But last night, we were on air for a developing story in which, according to a Sunday Times exclusive, following months of cancer treatment, Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, is beginning to make plans for the future and hopes to gradually focus on work again. It's thought that she'll attend the Cenotaph in November and participate at a Christmas carol service, among other public duties. So is this the good news that the world has been waiting for? Let's get the views now of renowned royal author Angela Levin. Angela, very good to see you. The mood music around this story is very positive, but what are the facts?
The facts are she has been seriously ill, and I don't think that she will be able to do anything more than one or two things for the end of the year. I think the way it's been brought to us is that these are the key moments, but it means that she's not going back at all till the end of the year. Yeah. It's very hard for her. I mean, she has said that when she has a good day, she loves actually to do something with the school, so she'll take the children or bring them back. And that shows how important that is for her. But otherwise, I think it's not there yet. But it's very important that she is left calmly, that there's no stress on her, and that she can slowly get better and be treated and will be well. I mean, we hope she will be well sooner than later, but I think that she would be back full blast if she could. And just to say that, I think the public yearn for her, think so highly of her, that they're very upset if she's not actually around. So this makes us satisfied a little bit. We can actually think, you know, this is going to happen in 2 months, this will be in 3 months, oh, how lovely. But it's not going to be the same as her running around and laughing and smiling and running and enjoying things. One of the things she said was for the new man who's going to look after the scouts. And she loved that. And she's part of that. And she said to him, I hugely look forward to meeting you and doing it all. So that means there's some sort of thing about discussing lots of physical activities.
Now, you and I were on air earlier in the year for the debacle of the Mother's Day card, which was photoshopped. There was a lot of confusion. Several news agencies pulled the image. Do you think that, given the fact that this story, this exclusive in the Sunday Times, is bound to have come, you know, with the blessing of the palace, that this is an effort to manage the story and to keep the public informed?
Yes, I think that's exactly what I said, you know, that will help people wait with patience, because last time people got very angry and, you know, where is it, what's going on? We have learned enough. I don't think we should actually creep in anymore. It's not our business to say exactly what have you got. But I think it is actually making sure that we know that she's there and will be getting better.
What will the news of Catherine's partial and gradual return to public duties mean for her husband, the Prince of Wales?
Well, it's well known now that he's working much harder than he ever has. He does a lot of work from home. He's actually doing a lot of work as well, and he's got a lot of stress. He's heir to the throne. He's, you know, trying to keep Harry away, and it's very, very difficult for him. He also feels very responsible, and this is very good, to actually look after the children and do the school run.
Because he's very much a modern father, isn't he?
He's not only a modern father, but I think he's got a whole different life, because he didn't have a normal childhood. And he is very much, thanks to the Middletons and thanks to his wonderful wife, that he's learnt how to be a father, and as well as being a husband. And I think that makes a huge difference. And you can see they adore him, they play with him, he's tumbling around in the grass and they're loving him. And he does adore them, and you can see they're very close to him. Well, he wasn't, because his parents were busy or upset or there was rows, so he's missed all that. So I think the reason he wants to do that is that bringing up his children is one of the key important things that he's doing. But if he does bring them up like that, when George becomes king eventually, hopefully, you know, you have a marvellous man to run the country, and a superb number two behind him.
Well, I agree. I mean, I think the future of the monarchy looks absolutely set, given the future generations are there. I mean, obviously, William and Kate are box office, they're beloved, and the children are gorgeous.
Yes, but you have to keep Harry away, because one of Harry's passions and determinations is to take over part of the bringing up of the children. He said that because he thinks the second and the third he will, because the first one will be a king, and he wants to do the other two because he doesn't want them to be a spare. You see, and he said that
you're suggesting that Harry will influence the upbringing of William's children.
Yes.
How can he possibly do that?
Well, he said that. He wants to do that. That's one of the reasons I think he wants to come over here, not permanently, but he wants to do that. William said absolutely not, under no circumstances. And he said he's going to keep trying because he thinks he will do very well.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons that William doesn't want him anywhere near him, certainly not to upset Catherine. I mean, it's a ludicrous thing to say, but he thinks he could have control over making them have a better living.
And a more sort of enhanced role rather than just being a spare like him.
Sort of his way of living is a shocking.
So are you according to your interpretation of the situation, you think that Harry is sort of unofficially banned from the palace by William? Is that your understanding?
I think William doesn't want to see him. I don't know about banned, but I think he doesn't want to
unwelcome.
See him. Unwelcome, because he doesn't want the stress.
Okay.
He's got enough to go on.
Okay.
And he doesn't want any more stress. Thank you very much.
Well, on that bombshell, Angela, let me finally ask you, a very sad anniversary today, 2 years since the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Your reflections of this remarkable lady 2 years on and her legacy?
Yes. Well, I've always thought she was wonderful. When I was a little girl, I always wanted to go and stand outside Buckingham Palace and hope that she would come out and have me in for tea. Absolute nonsense, but I used to want to go there. I was 5, 6. I just loved it. But I think that she showed us what doing something for others is, not actually trying to do things for ourselves. She showed us how we could be dutiful and honourable and help people. And I think she also had a very, very good sense of humour. So it was wonderful. And she said when she was 21, I've pledged my life to the service of my people. And she kept that forever until the end. I mean, what was also very, very touching was the Platinum Jubilee. Yeah. One of the last things she did, apart from prime ministers coming and going. And she was there, and she had this wonderful cartoon of her with a marmalade sandwich and Paddington Bear, which I thought was one of the best things of it all. It was marvellous. And also she tried, even though she had cancer of the bones, which was extremely painful, Prince Charles, then Prince, wanted her to come and be on the balcony. And she didn't want to. One, she was in pain, and two, she felt maybe the Jubilee wasn't going very well because there was a lot of the monarchy then. But she came green, she got dressed, and there were thousands of people there cheering her, and she nearly had a tear. You know, she was very strong and brave, and she didn't do that sort of thing. You know, she kept that to herself. But she came on the balcony and she saw how much people loved her, and I think that was a wonderful moment.
Two years on from her passing, and she's missed as much as ever. From Queen Elizabeth II to the Queen of Royal Reporting, Angela Levin. It's been brilliant to see you in the studio again. I'm back from my holidays, and we want to see lots of you this autumn on Mark Dolan tonight, so thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
There you go. My thanks to Angela Levin.